Good day, all. We are Group 1, and today we will be presenting on global warming. Our group members are Brian McCalmon, Michelle Masayo, Sean Jackson, Lloyd Collar, Kevin King, myself, Nkrumah Hudson, and Tumeshwar Bisoon. Our presentation will take the following outline. For our introduction, throughout its long history, Earth has warmed and cooled time and again. Climate has changed when the planet receives more or less sunlight due to subtle shifts in its orbit, and the atmosphere or the surface changes, or when the sun's energy varies. But in the past century, another force has started to influence Earth climate change, which is humanity. I will now hand over this presentation to my next colleague, Tumeshwar Bisu.
What is global warming? Global warming is the phenomenon of a gradual increase in the temperature near the Earth's surface. This phenomenon has been observed over the past 1 or 2 centuries. This change has disturbed the climatic pattern of the Earth. However, the concept of global warming is quite controversial, but scientists have provided relevant data in support of the fact that the temperature of the Earth is rising constantly. There are several causes of global warming, which harm humans, plants, and animals. These causes may be natural or might be the outcome of human activities. To curb the issues, it is very important to understand the negative impacts of global warming. I'll now hand you over to Lloyd Collar.
Good evening, all. My colleague said I'm Lloyd Collar, and I will be talking on the causes of global warming. Now, the causes of global warming can be further broken down into two types, that is, man-made causes and natural causes. Now, firstly, man-made causes are events or conditions that are caused by humans rather than occurring naturally. They can be intentional or unintentional. Natural causes, however, are events or conditions caused by natural means rather than caused by humans. I'll now hand you over to my next colleague, Sean Anthony Jackson.
Now, this year we're showing the causes of global warming. First, you have the man-made causes, or what we know is anthropogenic causes. Now, the first we have deforestation. Now, deforestation is the clearing of forests, cutting down of trees, and this is mainly done by humans. And we know that the forest is a large carbon sink for the earth. So if we cut down these trees, the carbon dioxide that is stored within these trees can escape within the atmosphere. We have the industrial development. This is mainly the use of machines, and these release large amount of greenhouse gases, primarily carbon dioxide, into the atmosphere through the burn of fossil fuel used to power factories and manufacturing processes. Moving on to agriculture. Now, this emits greenhouse gases like methane from livestock and fertilizer, which can escape within the environment. And most of these fertilizers are sprayed, so it escapes within the atmosphere. For overpopulation, when there is many people in one location, it drives up the demand for resources, for instance, food. And with this being the case, industries will have to work a bit harder in producing to meet the demands of the amount of people within this one area. Moving on to the natural causes, volcanoes. This is eruption that causes many greenhouse gases to be released. It is known to be very hot, and as this is so, it contributes solely to the increase in temperature, contributing to global warming. Water vapor. Water vapor, this vapor traps within the atmosphere, and the warmer the air, it has the ability to hold more moisture, and with more moisture, it can cause heating within the atmosphere, causing global warming. We have melting permafrost. This releases large amount of stored carbon dioxide, and especially if these start to thaw, when the permafrost start to thaw, carbon dioxide that is stored within these escape within the atmosphere. And lastly, we have the forest blaze. These are burning trees that release carbon dioxide. And we know that fire take away the ability of a tree to store carbon dioxide. So when the tree dies, the carbon dioxide escape within the atmosphere. Now I hand you over to my colleague Kevin King.
I am Kevin King, and I will be answering the question, how does global warming affect us? Climate change is impacting health in a myriad of ways, including by leading to death and illness from increasingly frequent extreme weather events, such as heat waves, storms, and floods. This disruption of food systems increases in zoonosis and food, water, and vector-borne diseases, and mental health issues. Furthermore, climate change is undermining many of the social determinants for good health, such as livelihoods, equality and access to healthcare, and social support structures. These climate-sensitive health risks are disproportionately felt by the most vulnerable and disadvantaged, including women, children, et- ethnic minorities, poor communities, migrants or displaced persons, older populations, and those with underlying health conditions. I will now hand you over to Brian Wakamu.
I will be explaining the effects of global warming. The following are the major effects of global warming. First, we have rise in temperature. Global warming has led to an incredible increase in Earth's temperature. Since 1880, the Earth's temperature has increased by 1 degree. This has resulted in an increase in melting of glaciers, which have led to an increase in the sea level. This could have devastating effects on coastal regions. Threats to the ecosystem. Global warming has affected the coral reefs that can lead to the loss of plant and animal lives. Increasing global temperatures has made the fragility of coral reefs even worse. Climate change. Global warming has led to a change in climatic conditions. There are droughts at some places and flood at some. The climatic imbalance is a result of global warming. Spread of diseases. Global warming leads to a change in the patterns of heat and humidity. This has led to the movement of mosquitoes that carry and spread diseases. High mortality rates. Due to an increase in floods, tsunamis, and other natural calamities, the average death toll usually increases. Also, such events can bring about the spread of diseases that can hamper human life. Conclusion. Finally, global warming is a critical and difficult issue that must be addressed immediately. Globally, ecosystems, biodiversity, and human societies are at risk due to its effects, which include rising temperatures, melting ice caps, sea level rise, and extreme weather events. A concerted international effort is needed to tackle global warming with an emphasis on cutting greenhouse gas emissions, switching to renewable energy sources, and implementing sustainable behaviors. We can lessen its effects, protect the earth for coming generations, and strive toward a more resilient and sustainable future by making climate action a top priority. And this is the reference where we got our information from. And this has brought us to the end of our presentation on global warming.